Good afternoon, class. We are looking at Math 45, College Algebra, and here's the orientation for the course. My name is Dr. Araipur, and I have sent you several emails. Okay, I hope you've had a chance to uh, explore your course. When we go to Canvas and start the course, Math 45, here's the homepage. So let's explore what's on the homepage. Number one, it says watch the welcome message. I put a welcome message for you. I hope you have watched it. It's a couple of minutes welcoming you to the course. You're already here. Please, if you haven't watched it, it takes just a minute, a couple of minutes. Number two, read, read class philosophy. I hope you've read it, if not, just in short. Okay, the synopsis of that, this class is a community and therefore we all have the same objective, which is simply put, just to learn. And what I'm asking everybody to be respectful of one another, and if need be, get in contact with each other, help each other, learn from each other. Needless to say, I'm here to, answer any question you may have. Okay. Number three, read posted announcements. Okay, you can click on this or on the left side, you see that. In fact, I'm going to go to the setting and change this to the student view. This is how you would see this page. And so if you click on the announcements, basically you're here. You don't have to worry about any of that yet. But welcome and orientation. This was going to give you the URL that you need. You're already here, and the time and date for this Zoom meeting. Also, there was a welcome orientation PDF file, which basically gives you some information that I'm going to go over as we go through the syllabus. The exemption to orientation, students could have been exempt from attending this if they followed the PDF file in the previous announcement as well as this one. And this has a couple of short videos, including a recorded orientation, which can be also found here. This recorded orientation belongs to B4, and it is slightly different than what we have here. So that is the third step. Step number 4 says follow the steps below, and we are going to do, starting with the syllabus. You can click on the syllabus here, or you can click on the syllabus here, either way. Now, the first thing I want to tell you, of course, after welcoming you to the course, is that notice the way I've set up my syllabus. I know the syllabus is getting longer and longer every semester. And I know not everybody is going to read all of them. Therefore, what I've done is that I put a topic here: course catalog, description, text, calendar, so on and so forth. So take a look at the topic later on, okay, at your own time, at your own pace. Look at a few important parts that you think they are important to you. But I'm going to spend a couple of minutes on the whole thing. So when we scroll down, so this is Math 45 with the section, starting point and ending point, and the student learning outcome, and what we cover, from systems of equations to logarithmic functions, sequences and series, and so forth. It is mentioned here, the course objective. And then the text, I will show you the text when we go to my Open Math also. The text is a free text. You don't have to purchase anything. I've set up the course so that you don't have to spend a penny on the text or on your digital homework, which is done through my Open Math. So here's a calendar that I want to discuss. Again, orientation, you're here. So I want you to pay attention to how this calendar works, okay? We will have a review session the day before the exam. The first exam, you want to concentrate on the first one only for now, because by the time we are done with the first exam, you know exactly what to do from A to Z. So the first exam takes place on 2/26/21, which means a few weeks from now, on Friday. Now, on Thursday, the day before that, from 4 to 6, I will have a review session. and I will have that posted. I hope you can make it. Trust me, students can benefit from it. However, I will have that recorded and posted. In case for any reason something comes up, you can't make it, I understand, but please, based on my experience, students who attended, they benefit more. And then the next day, the exam from 4 to 6, the next day, on the day of the exam, I make myself available. It doesn't mean you have to take the exam at that time. Okay, I've set it up. The exam expires at 11:59 p.m. But remember, you have maybe the first exam, you have 2 hours to take it. That means if you start at 11, you have only 59 minutes. So please don't take it too late. But I'm here from 4 to 6 in case somebody has a question. And of course, the same thing for the rest of them, okay? Now, so it is explained here. If you read the note explains what I just went over, okay? So the review session is done and will be posted. Now, where do you find that? I want to make sure that, you know, that thing is explained. On the left side, you see this Tech Connect Zoom. And this is where you find the meetings for those specific meetings, exam reviews. And all you have to do, when I started, you click join, okay? Also, under the cloud recording, you can find the recording. It becomes available a lot faster than here. Take a look where it says practice test lectures. I will also post it here as it becomes available. However, it becomes available under the Tech Connect Zoom recording much faster, okay? I can only post it when it becomes available with the transcript to me. All right, so going back to the syllabus, this is the calendar that we stick with. And calculator, you may use a graphing calculator. Tech support, there are two types of tech supports. Mainly stick with the tech support from the campus because the tech support from my open math is very limited. Remember, it's a free program, so yet they are available, but stick with the campus technical support. They can help you with most issues, okay? And again, make sure you get in contact with them. They are really good at it. Math Success Center, as you can see, I have the information here in the syllabus. Also, look at the left side class. After I'm done with the syllabus, I'm going to click on that and I'll show you the Math Success Center page, so you can get a lot of information from that. There are other helpful websites here, okay? And probably the most important thing to students is grading policy. You want to know how your grade is calculated. We have the online homework, 200 points. This is done in MOM. In my open math, I'm going to refer to it from now on to MOM. And basically the setup is such that as long as you take your time to do it before the due date, you get full credit for it. You can repeat the question. You can go back and forth. So it's really, in my experience, most students nail this, okay? Then we have the review participation discussion forum. I'll show you the discussion forum is on the left side here. I'll go over that for you, okay, class? And that is worth 100 points. There are 4 exams, each one is 100 points, all of which are taken in MOM, okay? And the final is worth 300 points, which is comprehensive. This gives us a total of 1,000 points, so it's a very easy point system. 900 points or 90% gives us an A. 800 points or 80% gives us a B, so on and so forth. There is no makeup, exam. If something comes up, let me know. If there is a proper documentation acceptable by campus, I give you a makeup. In the meantime, the policy I have here, I want everybody to pay attention to that, okay? When we finish the course, if your final is 80% or higher, okay, the first 4 exams, if any of them is really bad, I can replace it with that as long as the final is good, meaning 80% or higher, and homework and discussion forum are both at 95% or higher, okay? This action also will result in a higher letter grade. This is important to understand. What does it mean? If I change the grade and you have 75% and it changes to 78%, it is still a C. But if it changes it from 78% to 80%, now it's a B. So it changes your letter grade. I do that. Then we have the late work. There's a 10% penalty deduction for late work. We have something called late pass. There are limited late passes given to every student available in MOM, My Open Math. If something happens, please don't make it a habit because otherwise you get behind and you can't catch up. But if anything happens, something, is not done in a timely fashion, you can use a late pass, okay? And more stuff is here. The next thing that I think is extremely important for everybody to know is how much time do I need to succeed in this course? There's something called CSULB Study 36. If you have 12 units there, you're considered a full-time student. And for every unit, you need to put 3 hours. So 3 times 12, they expect 36 hours. Now, for this course, it's a 4-unit course, 4 times 3, you need at least 12 hours outside the class. Remember, this is an online course. We don't meet in class. So another 4 hours, really, you need to put 16 hours to master the course, okay? You will be dropped. If you miss the orientation, you're already here. If you do not register with the publisher to start your online work, some of you have already started, more power to you. If you haven't, you want to start right away because you don't want to get behind or miss the first assignments. There are a couple of assignments in the beginning, and I think it's due by Friday. If anybody misses that, I will drop them, or if you miss the first or second exam. There are more information here, such as DSPS and financial aids, and you can, check that. Also, the office hours, you can find it here, but I'll put it on the home page. I'll show you again after we are done with the home page. So, and basically the office hours are 3:30 to 6 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays class, okay? So let's go back to the home page. And before I do that, I promise you to check this Math Success Center. So if you click on that, this is your tutoring center class, okay? And it gives you all the information you need. Welcome to the Math Success Center. And it gives you a lot of information. Upcoming live math, stat tutorials, and other tutorials. So please, class, check it out, see what they have for you. Going back to the homepage, we covered the syllabus. The next one says modules. So let's see what it says. Click on the modules link. There are 5 modules to complete the module. Print the practice test, watch the PowerPoint, solve the practice test. And then the homework is also done there under the module with My Open Math. So you can click on that modules, or you can click on this one. Either way makes no difference. It takes you there. All right. I will come back to this very first stop. This is where you start with My Open Math. There is no course ID. I can't emphasize this enough. Why not? It is set up through what? Through Canvas. And we will go through that in a moment. For now, the module. So I want to scroll down. This is exam 1 module, exam 2 module, 3, 4. Now, what is module 5? In order for you to get ready for the final, you start from the previous 4 exams and then add to it module 5. Okay, module 5 will be covered in the final exam. It is comprehensive. So how do you study for the final? Previous 4 exams and this new module. For now, ignore every module Just pay attention to the first module. Just exam one. The very first thing that you see, okay, is the practice test. So the question is, why am I saying the practice test? Here's my opinion. If you take, let's say, 5 minutes just to read this, it gives you an idea of what you're getting yourself into. And by the way, this will be expanded a little bit. This is the synopsis of that, okay? By the time we get to the exam, I think I will add a few questions here and there, but mostly that's it. And it gives you the type of questions you expect to be comfortable with and learn in the first module. So I hope you see the importance of understanding what's happening. So then what do? On a daily basis, you answer a couple of questions on a daily basis. How? Well, I would go through the PowerPoints here. If you click on the next one, you see all the PowerPoints are here. Okay, class? So for example, the first section. Now, if you download this, run it in slide mode, everybody. If you run this in slide mode, every question is answered step by step. So if we have definitions, you can take a look, you can, make a note of it. And then when we get to the example shows up, and then solutions step by step. You don't see the solution in one shot, but step by step, if you run it with this slide mode, okay, in slide mode. So again, I'm looking at exam one module. So I looked at the practice test and I have it handy so I can do those questions. As I go through the PowerPoints, and you don't have to go through each and every one of the PowerPoints, class. You can go with the first one and the second one, and after you do two of them, you say, okay, now I can do a couple of questions from my practice test. Finally, whenever you're done, this is the key, class, and sometimes solutions, key/solutions, okay, to the questions. Okay, everybody, you have the key/solutions, and it will be covered with details during the exam review. So not only you have the practice test, you also have the key to the practice test. Okay, class? So I hope everybody's clear what we are going to do. Now, if I go back to the home page, it tells me the next one is look at the homework. Well, by the way, I would do a couple of sections of the PowerPoint, then I do the homework. I'm ready to do the homework, at least a section or two. Where do I find the homework? Well, if you go back to these modules, you see the top here, you have to register with My Open Math. You either have an account or you don't. If you do, then you have a username, okay, and password, and you sign in. If you don't have an account, what do? Register. By the time you finish this and you say create an account, you gain access to My Open Math. To show you what I mean, I'm going to change this, class, I'm going to leave the student view, and I'm going to show you that if you register, then this becomes green, and if I click on that, it takes me to My Open Math. Okay, and that's what I want to discuss. I'm going to discuss in a moment. So let me go back to the home page. So I went over the syllabus. I went over my practice test, PowerPoint, solution. Now to do the homework, I'm going to go to My Open Math. So here's My Open Math. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in student mode again. So what do we notice first? Again, welcome to college algebra. Okay. Then after that class, you see these exams, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, the exams will show up, okay, when They are available. Okay. So you can find the exams there. Look at the calendar. You see this number 4, you can change it to less or more, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number of weeks. Now, the very first thing I want you to notice is this one, IA. This is the introduction to my open math assignment, which is due this Friday. And as the name reads, it's just the introduction to my open math. It shows you how to work with my open math. That's all. And if it's not done by Friday, anybody who hasn't done it by Friday will be dropped. Now look at the rest of them. I have a bunch of homework here. What does it mean? Does it mean that I have to wait until then to do my homework? Absolutely not. If you do that, you will be behind. So what should you do? Every day do 1 or 2 sections a day. Trust me, it doesn't pile up. It becomes very easy. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down and show you everything. All right. So as I scroll down, let me just, close everything up because I want to make sure nothing is open. Okay. I see something that I'm going to read in a moment. I see module 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, the first exam is module 1. So what is it that we have before that? I want to discuss that. First, I have this note for everybody, module numbers versus chapter numbers. Follow the course by following modules in my open math and in Canvas. They cover the same topics. Do not pay attention to the numbers for the chapters, as these chapter numbers may not agree in Canvas and in MOM. So if the first exam is in module 1, just look at this module 1 in MOM and look at this module 1 in Canvas. That's all. They coincide. They are the same. Never mind what the chapter number is. And so the same thing for the rest of it. So that's this note that I want you to understand. So what is module 0? Take a look. Text, gradebook, calendar, late pass, learn Desmos, introduction to assignment. Everything is there. Okay, let's open it up and see what's module 0. Module 0 starts with introduction to my open math. Okay. And so basically what it says, enter this number. They want to see if we can enter it properly. For example, AD point what? 6355. Okay. And so on and so forth. If I submit the question, okay, so I have that right, but the rest of them is not. Okay, that means I haven't done them. So if I click on done, what does it tell you? It says, they are unattempted. So I got 0.33 out of 1 and the rest are unattempted. I can go back and resume or I can exit. So you're doing the homework, you do a few questions, then something comes up or you're tired, you want to go and take a 10-minute break and come back, you can exit and resume. The moment you submit the question, the grade goes to the grade book, okay? Now, so that's as far as introduction to my open math. What is the next one? Okay, here's the text, okay? Online version, if you click on that, it brings up the text for us. And mostly I would use that as a reference, okay, class, because I have all the PowerPoints that you need, but I would say this is a good reference and that's all I need it for. What's the next one? The next one, there are a few very short videos. My open math, gradebook, calendar, how to use a late pass, okay? If you click on any of them, okay, and I'm not gonna do that, okay, this is just some sort of a video, 2-minute video, okay? Watch that class. Now, this tells you how to read your grades here. under the gradebook, okay? Gradebook class, okay? And this one says, after you have done an assignment, and if you want to review that assignment, go to the gradebook, find your grade, and click on the grade, then you can review the assignment. Please take a couple of minutes, go over module 0, okay? The next one, I have put information about a calculator online, and it gives you a YouTube video to learn about it if you will, and more stuff. That's okay. So this is a calculator online. This module 0 is really to help you get situated and started with the course. Please take a few minutes to go over that and make sure you finish this assignment in a timely fashion. Okay, class? Now, as I showed, when you do the homework class, let's just go back for the sake of argument to the homework that I showed you. So if I go back to the homework, I can resume, okay? And I can answer the next question. It says, enter this number, okay? Round it to the nearest hundreds, okay? So 80.6. Now I want to round this to the nearest hundreds, okay, class? So that means 3 next to it is 5, I'll change it to 4. Okay. And again, I'm going to submit the question. It says it's fine. Notice. And I'm going to say, I'm done. See, I can continue working on it, or I can say, I'm done. And again, it says those are questions that are unattempted. I can resume, or I can exit. This is how you do any of your homework class. So you're done with module 0. You start with module 1. Look at how it starts. Chapter 2, by the way, you can close it or you can open it, expand it. Okay, 2.1 rectangular coordinate system. Okay, it gives you a reading, it gives you the video, a bunch of videos. Okay, look at all of this. I highly recommend you watch the videos. And then for any reason you don't want to do any of those, you have to do the video assignment. This is part of your assignment, and practice assignments. This is it for section 2.1. You're done, you go with 2.2. And look at what we have here. VA standing for video assignment, PA standing for practice assignment, okay? And as always, you can click on any of them and start, okay? You can click on any of them and start. Plot the points, so on and so forth, 0, -1, 0, 0. And let's say I have no idea what to do. I can watch the video. Okay, class? I can watch the video and then do the work, and it tells me how to do that. I hope you do what I asked you to do, which means first and foremost, everybody, do this. It tells you everything you need to be able to put the answers in my open math. All right. This is Mom, my open math. Going back to the home page of Canvas. So we did the homework, and then we looked at the practice test solutions. The next one is discussion forum. We have to submit one question per forum. What is that? Well, you can click on that, or on the left side, you can click on discussion forum here. So let's see what we find there. First, I have a frequently asked questions. Please read this, is just a couple of minutes. For example, this question has been asked 1 billion times. I have no idea why. I think I'm very clear that there is no need for course ID. Why? Because it's set up through Canvas. And a few more questions that I've seen coming up, I'll put them up here for you. The next one is student bios, and I don't want to read anyone's, but here's mine, okay, as an example. You can read that if you're interested. And please put yours and read others. Just put a couple of lines for your fellow students to get to know you. And if by any chance, if you put a comment for anyone, that's fine. Please, respectful comments only. Now look at this. We have practice test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each module has a forum. So what do we put in this forum? I'm going to go over that because this is extremely important and you get easy points. Take a look. How many points? 20 points. And those are easy points, class. So let me explain that to you. You are required to post at least one question and its solution, either from practice test number 1, posted under the modules, or any source of your choice per grading policy in the syllabus. You must read all the posts and make sure not to duplicate any questions. Similar questions are acceptable. So let me go over that number 1 again here. 1. Let me quickly mention this. Read all the posts, questions and solutions posted by others first, and pick a different question to post. No duplication is allowed. A question with one-word solution or definition is not acceptable and results in 0 points for the post. That gives you 10 points. So number 1, write the question number and copy down the question. Number 2, show all steps using the math equation editor. Okay, now let me make sure everybody understands what's going on here. So you read all the posts, and by the way, if you're the first person, there is nothing to read. However, I expect you to come to this forum every day and spend 5 minutes. Trust me, you don't need more than 5 minutes. You read the post and it will help you learn because you keep on seeing similar questions. You master the topic. I promise if you follow what I'm telling you, you really learn this topic good. Now, the question can come from the practice test or anywhere else. You write the question, you write the solution with details, that gives you 10 points. Needless to say, if you're the first person, there's nothing to read, there's nothing to worry about as far as duplication, but you have to come back and keep on reading. Here's the second step. So that gives you 10 points. You find a similar question from somewhere, preferably YouTube, Khan Academy, and so forth, and you put the link here. So anyone who shows up, I suggest you watch that YouTube video. It doesn't take long, I promise you. If you do this on a daily basis, there's only 1 or 2 new materials, okay? It's not going to be billions of, new entries. So that gives you 5 points. And finally, there's 5 more points. Comment on or explain at least one classmate question that is either solved or is found online and posted by watching it carefully in its entirety. To receive credit for this part, write the name of your classmate. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. When you read somebody's work or the video that they have put, you watch the video and then you put a comment, a proper comment about the video and what you've learned from it. And in order for you to receive 5 points for that, giving you a total of 20 now, you have to write the name of a student. I got to check to see if that makes sense. And then here's an example I've put up. I've made up the question number 15. It may not be that. Solve this equation. So I'm solving it with step by step. Take a look. So I put the question, I solve it step by step. It may not be question 15. I'm making it up, class. Number 2, similar question. I found it on the YouTube, and this is regarding fractions. I put it there. So I got my first step done. I got my second step. The third step, I'm commenting on question by someone. Again, I'm making it up by John Doe's. So I got another 5 points. Now, I got to tell you, if you're the first person, The third step, which is the comment, okay, it's pending until you find someone's work and give a comment. So you have to, in fact, do write pending, and go back. I want you to do it in this fashion. Please write the steps. Write step one, either highlighted or in a different color, show your work. Write step two, and then write step 3B, or just numbers 1, 2, 3, because I want to make sure I give you the full credit. The first one, done properly, take a look, class. The first one, if it's done properly, you receive 10 points. The second one, if done properly, you get 5 points. The third one, if it's done properly, you get 5 points. Please write 1, 2, 3 so I don't go crazy finding it. Finally, on this page, I have put a couple of videos showing you how to put an image in Canvas, okay, and how to use math type for Canvas, okay, here, the math editor. Now, going back to the home page, after that, you take the exams. Where do you find the exams? In my open math, okay, class? They are in my open math, okay? You find them here, okay? Those are the exams, and everything has a due date, everything has a password. I will send you the password. I put it at the very top, so you don't feel, okay, where can I find my exam? You don't feel lost. It is here, very easy to find it. And so what happens afterwards? The very last one, number 7, attend the office hours, student office hours. I have a question which is on Mondays and Wednesdays, 3:30 to 6 p.m. And here's the URL. So in short, to come to the office hours, all you have to do, click on this. And to come to the revision, all you have to do, Tech Connect Zoom. And over here, it lets you join. You just join. That's all you have to do. So let's take a minute to recap. You log into Canvas. You go to Math 45, your course. Number 1, watch this message. It takes a minute. Number 2, the philosophy with, okay, let's help one another. Number 3, the announcements. You don't have to worry about it. It was orientation, an exemption to orientation, and some recording. Number 4, follow these steps. Read the syllabus. Under the modules, we can find everything, including the practice test, PowerPoints, solution to practice test, homework, because my open math can be found there, solution to practice test, and then it's discussion forum and exam. So on the left side, you can go to the modules, find your modules here all the way to the end, and find my open math to register. Discussion forum. These 5 discussion forums must be done. Each one is worth 20 points. I think you're ready to rock and roll. Okay. I wish you all best of luck and happy studying, everybody.